Hey everyone, Scott Hansen here from NFL Red Zone, and you're watching the Super Fantasy Bros podcast. 1 hour of commercial-free podcasting starts now. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back to the Super Fantasy Bros podcast, brought to you with the Old City Sports Network. Week 7 fully in the books. We move on to week 8. We are now halfway through the fantasy season. 7 weeks in the books, 7 weeks to go.
Why are you looking so angry, Matt? Oh,
I feel like I'm about to sneeze.
all right.
Sorry.
Thought you were mad.
You stole that sneeze from him.
Sorry.
I was trying to force it out somehow, some way.
No Q, obviously, today. He is busy with some work stuff, but he will be back next week for sure. But us three will hold it down for today's episode. We'll give a quick preview of Thursday Night Football, do some cap or no cap, talk some of our rankings for this week, and wrap up with our picks for each game, and then some trivia with me, not Q. Feel free to drop any start-sit questions in the chat. We will try to get to them throughout the episode, trade questions, whatever you got. Let's do tonight's game preview, Thursday Night Football. Gator in the chat all the way from St. Lucia. Congrats on getting married, buddy. Congrats.
Happy for you, Gator.
All right, Buccaneers at the Bills. Of course, before we start, Gator.
Yep.
Kareem or Godwin?
Godwin. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Don't overthink it, bud. Bucks at the Bills, starting with the Bucks. Baker Mayfield better left on benches this week, correct?
Oh, yeah.
No percento.
Don't get cute.
Yeah, please don't get cute, especially since he's coming into this game a bit questionable. So don't love Baker this week. But for Rachaad White, he's been on a roller coaster. How confident are you in starting him this week?
Like a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I have him at 22 this week, so I think I'm more of a 7.3.
You can run on the Bills. You can run on the Bills.
You can run on the Bills, and if the
I
Bills
might
go
up
up,
it a bit.
he could be involved in the passing game. So I think he is upside either way the game script kind of goes. So I like Rachaad.
Yeah.
7-1.
Yeah, I got him at 24, so I'm right there with you. I'm in the same boat. Yeah, he's like you're probably starting him if you have him on your team at RB2 or flex. There are no buys this week, though, so you might have a better option. But he's not the safest play, but you can run on the Bills. Bills have looked exploitable, so I don't hate it. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, most likely locked into your lineups unless you're Gator thinking about benching him for Kareem. How did you rank these two dudes?
Mike Evans at 14, Chris
Same.
Godwin at 29.
I got him at 24.
Got 13-26. So
Okay.
all around the same boat. At best, Godwin, low-end wide receiver 2, more of a solid flex option, and Mike Evans, high-end wide receiver 2 with obviously wide receiver 1 upside if he's able to break a long one here against the Bills secondary. Definitely both startable. Are there any other Bucks worth starting in this game?
Hell no.
No, not Kate Otten.
Yeah.
Nope.
I like Cade Otton. I think he has some potential, but not this week. I'd prefer to just hold him at most if you even roster him. More of a dynasty guy. All right. Moving on to the Bills. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, obviously locked in, must start options. You don't have to overthink those guys. But where do you have James Cook ranked this week? He's been a little bit up and down.
Yeah.
I got him at 16.
Goodness me. I got him at 19.
I got him at
not
19
that bad.
also.
I like James Cook.
Yeah, you're a James Cook truther, I guess you could say. I also really like James Cook. I do think he could get some momentum here, but the Bucs defense has been pretty solid. Most of their games end up being I feel like 16-13 or 17-10. They're not pretty games. The Bills offense is obviously different, so he could break one easily. But yeah, just a solid RB2 this week.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on from James Cook, Dawson Knox is out. Where do you have Kincaid after we saw his volume tick up last week?
I got him at 9.
Jeez.
I
Am
got him at
low on all these people?
10, baby. I got him at 10.
I'm at 12.
He's definitely
Moving on up.
startable with no Dawson Knox. I mean, we saw him get involved last week, and he had that touchdown, which you love to see. So, I
Mhm.
mean, if he's getting all the tight end work, he's going to eat.
Yeah, I mean, 8 targets last week for 75 yards obviously look good. Without Dawson Knox, it's basically like he should be getting the majority of this tight end work. So, yeah, I like Kincaid. I don't know if it's going to transition right away into being like, all right, he's a solid, consistent fantasy tight end. We've seen Dawson Knox be a good tight end and then also completely disappear from this offense. So I
That's
wouldn't
why
be
I'm
shocked if that
a
happens.
little nerve.
But I think just looking at the tight end options, I think he's definitely one with more upside that I'm willing to take a shot on tonight. Makes sense there. Are there any other Bills you are interested in starting?
If you want to take a dart throw on Gabe Davis, see if he has one of those games.
He
Mhm.
might have one of those
It's
games.
not, if he doesn't, it's not a great way to start the week, so I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's a terrible way.
It's such a boomer bust play. Like, it really depends on your matchup. If you're projected to lose by like 30 and you have Gabe Davis on your bench, like,
Yeah, fuck it.
fuck it. Maybe take a chance. Throw Gabe Davis out there. You need the boom if you can get it. If you're in a very tight game and you just need to make sure that that flex spot is 10 points, Gabe Davis is not your guy. Find someone else on your bench, maybe even like Josh Palmer or something. Like, so someone that's a little bit more reliable with less upside. All right, that's it for Bucks Bills. Any other questions on this game? Feel free to drop them in the chat. But we're going to move on to some cap or no cap. Don't have Q here, but I'll give it a shot anyways.
Oh,
Cap or no cap?
hey.
Me and Matt both did it at the same time.
That was funny. I wasn't sure if you were going to say it or not.
Yeah, we got to get that voiceover on there. But yeah, Kirk Cousins proved on Monday that he can still be considered a matchup-proof QB1 moving forward. Cap or no cap?
No
cap.
No cap.
That man, Diffie, he did it on the Niners with no JJF.
Addison went bonkers in that game.
He almost went to Banana Land.
Almost went to
on the
Banana Land.
cusp.
He
was
like
on the
knocked on
cusp.
the door.
Yeah. Obviously, Kirk's been a little bit up and down the past few weeks, but I think in most situations, he is a reliable starter. He's proven that even against the Niners defense, like we just saw. Obviously, versus in Lambeau, a little bit bugs, but I'm still confident in Kirk Cousins. You still have to roll him out there, depending on your options. Like, I have him at, I think, 10 this week. Like, even with no one on a bye, he's still a top 10 guy and not the most favorable matchup. So,
yep,
roll him out there.
I hate it. I hate saying that.
Me
All
too,
those years
man.
I said Derek Carr.
Get used to it. Get used to it.
All right, not getting used to it. It's not lasting forever.
Yes,
But-
it will. He's going to play it until he's like 50.
Ew, God, 50-year-old Kirk Cousins. Never.
Still shirtless.
Gross. Austin Eckler is a prime buy low right now if anyone is panicking after this slow start back from injury. Cap or no cap?
No cap. I'm scooping Eki if I can. Are you kidding me?
If you can get him at a discount right now, eat that up.
I think like outside of like 5 running backs, I would make that trade for a running back straight up for Eckler if someone's panicking.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Like, I don't think most people are panicking. Most people probably are like, he'll be fine. But if someone's nervous and they're like 1-6 and they needed him to come back and they're like, I just need to get wins, he's not ready right now, go grab Eckler. Next one here, Calvin Ridley is firmly a flex option moving forward at best, even if he has a big game this week. Cap or no cap?
No cap.
cap. I'm not even starting him this week. There's no shot I start him.
Yeah, it's hard.
I have to.
Wide receiver 37 just hurts, man. It just hurts.
It's bad.
You should not be wide receiver 37. Yeah, just 2 20-point games, that 11-point game, and then just 4 stinkers. Especially the last one, man. 1.5 points is just absurdly bad.
Bijan almost had more than that, and he got 1 carry.
Yeah, that's rough. We'll see if Ridley can kind of right the ship, but clearly like the third option in that offense right now.
Yep.
The Packers' offense and weapons are all trending towards being flex options at best until we see this ship get right. Cap or no cap?
No cap.
cap.
They all stink, man.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah.
captain of the ship that's making the ship go fucking
Jordan Love will have like
bonkers.
1 point going into the half, and then I'll end up with like 19.
Mhm.
I hate it.
They got to get this offense figured out, man. It's rough. Like, where do you guys have Christian Watson and Dobbs right now this week? Because like I don't think either of them are really even startable.
I don't either. Let me see where I have Christian Watson. He'll be easier to find.
Literally starting Deontay Foreman over Christian Watson this week.
I got Dobbs at 46.
Same.
Why can't I find Christian
I have
Watson?
Watson at 43.
Oh, yeah. I got Christian Watson 49. I'm tripping.
41 and 44.
Yeah, man. It's just not ideal. I think both of them are talented. I think this offense can get right, but I just don't love them. And even Aaron Jones, like he has done nothing since that week 1. Obviously, he's still probably dealing with this injury in some capacity, but after another game off and a bye, coming back, still only getting 36% of the snaps, you just cannot trust this guy. They're still giving AJ Dillon the ball. And of course,
I hate him.
He's so bad.
As soon as Aaron Jones is back, AJ Dillon's like, all right, I'm going to run a little bit better. I'll be a little bit better now. Like he was so bad without Aaron Jones. And now that Aaron Jones is back, he's actually not looking like completely useless like he was. So
He can't have the spotlight.
Yeah. Hopefully Aaron Jones kind of gets it going, but it's looking rough right now. At best, all these guys are going to be like flex options moving forward till we see it correct itself. Last one here. Jonathan Taylor firmly asserted the backfield back to his hands, and Zach Moss should be considered the clear number 2 moving forward. Cap or no cap?
No cap.
I still think it's cap. It was 50-50 last week, was it not?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but his usage is going up each and every week, man. Just wait.
The fact that they both got 18 carries each against the Browns defense is just...
I know, that's weird.
That game was disgusting. How was it 39-38? Like, how was that a football game? With PJ Walker and Gardner Minshew. Like, what was that?
They were cooking.
But yeah, obviously Jonathan Taylor looked more efficient. He was more involved in the passing game. They did split the snaps evenly, so maybe they're still like getting JT back up to full speed. But I still think JT's the better one, so I'm gonna say no cap here. JT should be the better. One, I think it's going to be like 60-40, maybe 70-30 at most. But I do think Zach Moss isn't going to go away. He's not going to be useless.
I would still start Moss this week if I have him.
I think he's definitely still in the flex conversation for sure. Maybe the low-end RB2 if you're hurting at running back. But where do you have him ranked?
Zach Moss?
I have him at 34.
Hater.
Where you got him?
I have him at 34 as well.
Oh my god, okay. I guess I'm just like biased or something. I guess I like him. I have him 28, but like
I mean that's not bad. I mean that whole tier, we'll talk about a few guys in that area, but like you could literally flip-flop most of them. They're all just like mid.
Any of them from like 20 on.
Yeah, they're all just like mid RB flex plays. All right, before we get into our full rankings breakdown position by position, we're going to do today's sponsor, which is Fanatics. For this NFL season, we are partnered with Fanatics, the leading brand for NFL merchandise. We're almost at the halfway point through the season now. It is time to finally get out to a game and get yourself a new jersey to rep your favorite squad. Go to the link in our bio on all platforms. If you're watching on YouTube, it is right below. If you're watching on Twitch, it is there also. Get yourself a jersey. Take advantage of their sale going on now. Use code TREAT. TREAT to get up to 65% off site-wide. Go out there, get yourself something nice. And again, go to the link in our bio. It'll take you right to their site. Helps us out a ton, and we greatly appreciate your support. Mm-hmm. All right, before we get into the rankings, questions in the chat from Chris. First one, start 2, flex PPR. Miles Sanders, Jahan Dotson, Zach Moss.
Booby and Zach Moss.
I agree.
Yeah, I'd have to say I agree. I was thinking about Hondon, but I was like, he ain't done
He's
shit.
done nothing. I want him to be good.
He had a decent week last week where like he finally looked a little bit more involved, but I don't think he even cracked 10 fantasy points. Like,
I don't think he did either.
yeah, I know Miles Sanders has looked bad, but he should be better coming off this bye, hoping that he's going to be able to get a little bit more work back. Should be at least splitting carries with Chuba, so I think that's a little bit of a better option there.
And that Texans-Panthers game should be competitive, so I don't think the Panthers are going to have to abort the run.
Yeah, usually the Panthers are like 8.9 point dogs, but I think they're like +3 or +4, and they're home off the bye, so should be a little bit closer, a little bit. Another question: Stroud or Goff? Now that one's a juicy question.
That is a juicy question.
I have Goff ranked one spot higher.
I think I have Goff like 3 spots higher, so I think I'm going Goff here.
I'm going Goff too, but
it is close though. I do like the upside of CJ Stroud in this matchup.
Same.
But Goff, Raiders, coming off that big loss, Goff has to have a solid week. And they're still probably not going to have Montgomery, so he's going to have to sling it. He threw it 53 times last week. He's going to be throwing again. Speaking of Jared Goff, first question here. Had a stinker last week. Still a great play this week versus the Raiders. I think we can confer that he is.
Lock him in.
Yeah, I got him at QB6, so like I think he's going to be solid.
I was 6.
Yeah, Goff. Top 7 play for us at the QB position. Tua had a down week this past week, may not have Tyreek Hill, and gets the Patriots again, who he struggled against in week 2. Is he still a top 10 option this week?
I got him at 8.
Yeah. I actually have him at 6.
Too crazy. Oh, okay.
I like Tua this week.
Yeah, I like Tua as well. I have Tua at don't get me wrong. I usually have him at 6, so I have him at 8 this week. That's the slight tick down. I still think Tua is probably a must start QB in most situations. So Tua just fine, and hoping that Tyreek's able to go. Even if Tyreek doesn't go, there's still a lot of weapons. He should be okay. Question: Kincaid tonight or Waller? I'm scared of Waller's hamstring.
Me too.
Is that something that came back up this week? Yeah, he was limited on Thursday, second straight
questionable.
Yeah, if you don't have
up anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless of
Waller's been good. Like Waller's back right now.
I know.
He's back. So I definitely prefer Waller in general, but you don't have the pleasure of being able to wait because your other tight end's going tonight. So if you want to play it safe and just get that tight end out there, I think Kincaid does have a solid game this week. We all had him as top 12 plays. Me and Matt was a top 10 guy. I think I have Waller closer to 7. I would probably play it safe and just rock with Kincaid if I'm going to be. I don't know. I don't know if Waller's going to be out or not. That's the scary thing. Waller's older, so that scares me.
Oh, and they're playing the Jets, dude. I'd probably start Kincaid.
Kincaid, baby.
Yeah, I'd roll Kincaid out there. We've seen Waller have some stinkers. And is Daniel Jones coming back, or is he still out? He was limited on Thursday.
He's kind of better with Tyrod.
I kind of like him better with Tyrod. So if Daniel Jones comes back, that's even worse. So, yeah. Roll Kincaid out. But go with your gut if you don't agree. Always go with your gut. Trust me. I've done that way too many times. Back to quarterbacks. We just touched on CJ Stroud, but we do get CJ Stroud versus Bryce Young. Rookie showdown. Bryce still has not really broken into fantasy relevancy. Probably not a top 10 start, but is CJ Stroud a sneaky top 10 start this week?
Yes, sir. I got him at 8 this week.
Yeah. I got him at 9.
I got him at 10.
Yeah. All 3 of us top 10 options. CJ Stroud, lock it in. He's finished 10. But yeah, the matchup's good. He hasn't been that great in his last 2 starts, but coming off the bye, hoping that he's kind of gets right back to what he looked like in that stretch from week 3 through 6 or 3 through 5 or whatever it was. He was very solid. So I like CJ Stroud this week. All right, let's move on to running back. Jahmyr Gibbs unlocked this past week without Montgomery. Montgomery's still questionable and not practicing. So if Monty is out again, is Gibbs a top 10 play this week again?
Yes, sir. I got him at
Yeah.
7.
I can't buy all the way.
Why?
No, I like him. Don't get me wrong. I just like a lot of those names there too. I have him at 12, so I have him like as an RB1. But
I have him at 10.
yeah,
Y'all are hating.
I am hating a
I
little
am
bit.
hating because he
He
spanked me last week, man.
he hurt a lot of people for the first portion of the season.
He helped
Obviously,
me for the first time.
he should get more rushing, less receiving in this game, if I had to guess. I think they are going to be up. But again, if they're up big and rushing, like they might use Craig Reynolds a little bit more. So that's the only reason I would bump him down a little bit. Obviously, his receiving upside was insane in that game where they were just playing catch up all day. I don't think they're going to be playing catch up in this one.
If they use Craig Reynolds over him, they truly hate him. Like,
Yeah. Well, not like
What was the
over
point
him.
of drafting him?
no, I know, but
I mean, like third and fourth quarter, if you're up by
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, it's like, do we really need to keep rushing Gibbs into the ground here?
Mhm.
Or
yeah, you do, bro.
You
He hasn't
do.
played like all year.
I guess we'll see. I got him at 12. I do think he's still solid. Don't get me wrong. Jahmyr Gibbs, an RB1 option this week for sure. Next one. Kenneth Walker popped up on the injury report, gets the Browns this week. Did you bump him down outside of the top 10 or still have him as a top 10 option?
I got him
Outside
at
11.
13.
Yeah, I got him at 11 as well. Browns, I do think that defense is better than what happened last week. So that's the only thing that scares me a little bit. And the injury as well, coming out of nowhere, is not good. So
No bueno.
obviously, he might be a little bit limited depending on how practice goes tomorrow, something to monitor. But if Kenneth Walker's playing, you're starting him, and he's still going to be a top 12 option. He's been so solid this year. So keep rolling him out there.
Yep.
Josh Jacobs struggled a ton, and now he gets the Lions. Is he still a top 12 play this week for you?
Nah.
I have him
I got
at
12.
12.
I got him 14 as well.
Hell
You guys
yeah.
copied.
No,
We copied.
No.
We did them together.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. Josh Jacobs, I see still fine. You're obviously starting Josh Jacobs, but just lowering expectations. This Raiders offense is looking out of sorts. Hopefully Jimmy G's back, maybe settles it down a little bit. Brian Hoyer, Aiden O'Connell is just not the move. So Godwin tonight or Ridley in PPR?
Godwin, please.
Chris Godwin. Ridley has just been so up and down. I know. But yeah, Ridley just, even if he does pop off, I wouldn't even be mad about it. He's struggled so much and hurt your fantasy team. Godwin should be the much more safer, reliable option. All right, Najee Harris looked alive for fantasy this past week, mainly because he did find the end zone. But how did you rank him and Warren this week? Are either of them startable?
I got Najee at 27, Warren 36. I'm not a fan of either this week.
I got Najee at 23.
Back in. He's back. I hope so.
29.
All
those running backs are all interchangeable anyway, dude. You can throw them anywhere.
Yeah, you're right. I have Najee at 29, Jalen Warren 32. So I'm still a little bit closer. Warren's also been pretty solid. And they're playing Jacksonville, so I do think they will be behind a little bit, at least at some point in this game. So I think it might be a little bit more Warren. But both are just flex options, if not like the lowest of low-end RB2s.
Najee's my RB1.
Let's go. Rest in peace, Nick Chubb. Hopefully he comes back.
And
Psych.
Kyron.
That'd be sick, though. Oh, and
Dude, I had a
Kyron.
dream
Damn.
he came back. I had a dream he came back, and you guys like didn't let me just have him back. You guys were like all claiming him off the waiver.
Yeah, that would be drawing. Jets defense versus the Giants or Eagles D versus Commanders?
Jets D, 100%.
Jets.
We struggling against the Commanders, dude.
Yeah,
But
Eagles
Kevin
have
fired.
Yeah, he's got to take a little bit to learn the defense, though.
He's a genius.
He is a genius.
He is. But yeah, Jets D, I think that's a better option. Tyrod or Daniel Jones, both can be exploited. Versus the G-Men. All right, let's move on to wide receivers. Brandon Ayuk has established himself as the pure wide receiver 1 on the Niners. Do we feel confident in him if Purdy is unable to go and Darnold is the QB?
That's a question for Matt. Both his guys, Sam Darnold and
right
Ayuk.
now I have him at 12. But
Me too.
if Sam Darnold's starting, I might drop him down. Like I would have Mike Evans over him right now, Olave, Waddle, and maybe Kirk.
Yeah.
And then he would be like right there. But I think regardless, you're rolling Ayuk out there. Just if Darnold's the starter, you just got to temper expectations a little bit. Or he could just get force fed and have a day. So
yeah. I think this offense, I think it's obviously going to take a little bit of a step back without Purdy. But I don't think it's going to be like a crazy drastic change. So I would do the same thing. I'd probably drop him right now. I have him at 12 with you, like low end wide receiver 1. I think he just turns into like a mid to low wide receiver 2. Like just temper your expectations. You should still be fine. Startable.
Safe floor.
Yeah. Safe floor there. Do you think trading for Derrick Henry is a good idea? One of my teammates said he'd do his Derrick Henry for my James Cook, Brian Robinson, and Jordan Addison. Would I be giving up too much? Yeah, you're giving up way too much.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
don't do it.
That was a good trade for Derrick Henry like 3 years ago if you like replace the guys that are obviously too young. But like Derrick Henry's not the Derrick Henry he was. I do think trading for him is not a bad idea. I think he should be like his value in that trade is just way higher than it is. He's more of like a buy low, if anything. Like if you're able to swap him for like Brian Robinson or James Cook straight up, maybe. But all three
Addison
of them
looks too good right now.
Yeah, all three of them, nah. Addison straight up if you have depth at wide receiver, maybe, but that's about it.
Yep.
Because Jefferson will be back. So moving back on to wide receivers, Devontae Smith struggles again this past week. Is he still a wide receiver 2 option in your ranks?
Yeah, I got him at 19. He historically does well against the Commanders.
Yeah, I got him at 17. This is a get right game. It has to be. It has to be.
I've been praying for the get right game, but
it's coming.
I'm not betting on him, so he's going off this week. So everyone can feel confident about that. I have him at 19 as well. Definitely still a solid wide receiver 2 option, even with no buys. You got to start Smitty.
Yep.
Seahawks get the Browns defense, as we just touched on with Kenneth Walker. But moving on to the wide receivers. How did you rank Metcalf, Lockett, JSN this week?
Oh, boy. Hold on.
I got DK 22, Lockett 37, JSN all the way down at 50.
DK 21.
Oh, my God.
Lockett 39.
Oh, my God.
JSN 44. T-Gods, you still in on the Lockett train?
I mean, I have Lockett at 32.
That's still fair. I think that's like, I think he's between 30 and 40. It's just like wherever you want to put him there.
Yeah.
He's a flex option.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's still been getting the targets. He's still been fine. It's just like, it just hasn't worked out. And obviously I'm downgrading him a little bit just for the matchup against the Browns. Obviously we saw, again, the Colts go off, but I think that was more of a fluky shootout than what the Browns defense really is.
I thought Lockett was guaranteed top 15.
Me too. He's wide receiver 43. He did have his bye though, so that gives him a pass. I mean, he's been like his down games haven't been as down. He's not like as down as like Calvin Ridley for most of them.
I was just about to say he's better than Ridley. Yeah, Sean, you missed the pod yesterday. It was literally just an episode of "Is this player better than Calvin Ridley?"
Yeah, we had a whole segment.
That's fire. I mean, we could do that. I could do that all day. But yeah,
I had enough.
But yeah, Tyler Lockett, just I want to see him like do more, get more consistent. Obviously, it's kind of been like that for a while. He was very consistent the last couple years. But a few targets going JSN's way, and this tougher matchup just takes him down a little bit for me. Moving on to the Colts, Josh Downs looking like a solid wide receiver for Minshew. How did you rank him and Pittman now that Downs is getting more work?
Still have Pittman ahead at 30, and I have Josh Downs at 39.
28 and 35.
29
I like
and
Josh Downs.
37. I love Josh
He's
Downs.
nice.
He is so solid. And all of his great games have come with Minshew, as I had mentioned a couple episodes ago. In his 4 games with Minshew as the starter or like playing majority of the game, 13.7, 15.7, 13.1, 25.5. So he has been rock solid. He's wide receiver 27 on the season, continuing to roll out Josh Downs in most leagues as a flex.
Yep.
But Pittman has also been good, so not really taking away from Pittman either. It's been nice to see. Obviously, Pittman got that bomb late in the game. That was crazy, but looked pretty rough for that. But he's always figuring it out. So let's move on to tight ends and then get into our starts and sits of the week. Dalton Schultz looked great before the Texans bye. Is he a top 10 option, even with no buys this week?
Yes, sir. I got him
at
10.
9.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. I think I have him at 10 also.
Dalton Schultz finally getting some love. You love to see it.
No, I have him at 9. Yep. So, yeah, Dalton Schultz, top 10 tight end play. Continue to roll him out there. How about Kyle Pitts and Jonnu Smith? Do you still have Jonnu ranked higher than Pitts?
No, I have Pitts at 12, John at 15. Still not in love with either of these guys.
Yeah, I got him at 13 and 14. Jonnu ahead, though. Still anti-Pitts.
I can't argue it.
I mean, I wanted him to prove me and like continue to prove me wrong, but I think he had like 7 last week, which still good for Kyle Pitts terms. And he is tight end 12 on the season, but it still just hasn't been that great. And his snaps are still like 50% of the snaps. He's just not like dominating as much as you would want him to. So still think it's a toss up here. Last one, Michael Mayer experiment did not go as planned. Obviously looked good. Thought maybe he was going to have a solid game. Does he still have some value as a low end tight end 1, or is he able to be dropped back on waivers?
I dropped him.
Yeah, I got him at 15. I still think I have hope for his potential and him to be better once Jimmy G's back. Obviously, they don't have Renfro in the game plan, but yeah, he's still going to be the 3rd option on a mid offense at best. So 4th option, actually, probably after Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
Don't love Mayer. All right. Starts and sits of the week. T-Gods, start us off. Who do you got as your start of the week?
My start of the week, Kendrick Bourne playing
Bourne,
Miami
baby.
Top. You like him?
He's been nice lately.
He has been nice. He's playing Miami, the 29th ranked defense against receivers. Bourne is currently the wide receiver 26, and he's getting so many targets. Last week he had 7 targets. Week before that he had 11 targets. In both those games he had 19 and 17. So he's been a top 15 receiver the past 2 weeks. So I don't know. Against a team that puts up a bunch of points, he should be used again. You can never trust Mac Jones or anyone really on this Patriots offense, but Kendrick Bourne is looking the best on the team right now. So I'm rolling him out there.
100% agree there.
I'm starting him over D-Hop.
I like that. D-Hop has been mid. Kendrick Bourne has 51 targets on the season. That is more than Smitty.
Smitty's been but
more than Mike Evans. Well, Mike Evans got one out of bye, so that doesn't really count. But yeah, more than Ridley. Yikes.
Surprise.
But no, I like that. Kendrick Bourne, wide receiver 26 on the season. I'd mentioned that there's going to be one Patriots wide receiver that has value. They're all ugly. You don't like having them, but there's always one. And I thought it was going to be Juju heading into the season, and obviously that dude stinks.
Devontae Parker.
But it's looking like it's Kendrick Bourne. Devontae Parker's so washed. I hate that man.
Washed. He needs to
Please retire. When he dropped that deep ball versus the Raiders, I was furious.
Yeah.
Furious. Like, bro, that was one of the worst bad beats of the year. All right, Matt, start. Who you got?
I got, don't hate me for it, Terry McLaurin.
Boo.
Like I said, Smitty is historically good against the Commanders. Terry is historically good against the Birds. In his last 4 games against us, he is averaging just over 18 points per game. which is absurd. And obviously, our secondary has been exploited a few times this season. So I think Terry is going to have a solid outing for show.
I'm starting to like him. I used to hate him a lot.
Yeah, I've never hated Terry.
Yeah, me either. I've just been indifferent. He's just so frustrating in fantasy.
I've always hated him and DJ Moore.
I will always hate DJ
Moore.
Love
DJ Moore. He's so good. So good. Wide receiver 5 on the season, baby.
Got it.
All right. My start of the week, Devontae Smith. We've talked about him probably 5 times already. But in his last 3 games versus the Commanders, he has 21 catches on 29 targets for 286 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging 19.8 fantasy points per game. I know he's been down, but the volume has still been there. Minimum of 5 targets in pretty much every game. And he is very due to get back in the end zone. I do think A.J. Brown continues to get his, but the Eagles need to destroy the Commanders after barely beating them the first time at home, and Smitty will be a big part of the beatdown.
Mm-hmm.
And Smitty played them this year too, and I think that was when he had 14 points. So that was his last solid game before kind of taking a stroll down. So Smitty bounced back this week. T-Gods, back to you. Sit of the week. What do we got?
Sit of the week, Brian Robinson versus the Eagles. Nobody's running on the Eagles. And even if they were, Brian Robinson's last 3 games, he's had 6 rushing attempts, 10 rushing attempts, and 8 rushing attempts. He's barely been in for 50% of the snaps. He was only in for 50+ in 1 of the last 3 games. So he really, I'm not too sure what's going on over there. He started out the season super good, and I was all in on him. He was locked in starter every week. But it's not looking like that anymore. I'm starting Gus Edwards over him this week, which is still ugly, but I mean, he's just, I don't know. I'm kind of out on Brian Robinson until he shows me otherwise.
Yeah, I completely agree there. Matt, sit of the week.
I'm going to shit on my guy, Javonte Williams.
Finally, dude, dog water.
If you flash back 2 weeks ago when the Chiefs played the Broncos, this man only had 7 fantasy points. Broncos only put up 8 points. I don't trust this offense whatsoever. I think this game could get ugly quick, and the Broncos kind of just abandon the run and look to get Samaje Perine and Jaleel McLaughlin more involved. So I just don't think the game plan is going to be in Javonte's favor. So best left on benches, although I am starting him.
Oh,
I am benching him for Gus Edwards also, T-Gods. So
hell yeah.
We're riding the Gus bus.
Do I bench him for boobs?
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God.
I have Javonte ranked
Or
higher.
B-Rob? I just have mid running back.
Yeah, you got the mid running back carousel. Maybe boobs there. I mean, it's ugly, dude. You're just throwing a dart at which ass bowl is going to get you 9, and the other ones are going to get 6 and 5.
We'll see what I decide.
Yeah, Javonte. The only good thing about Javonte, he got 50% of the snaps last week, but that was in a game they were
fine
up when they're never up ever. All right, my sit of the week is T. Higgins at the Niners. I know.
My whole team is on sit right now.
I know he is T. Higgins, but the Bengals are coming off a bye. They should be healthier, but he still has less than 5 points in 4 or 5 games this year. The Niners are going to be hungry for a win after back-to-back losses, and they still have a very sound defense. It may suck if he does have a good game, but my confidence in T. Higgins is pretty much at an all-time low for his career, and I kind of just want to see it again before I'm confidently putting him back in my lineup, especially when wins are so important at this point in the season. Sit him.
Fair enough.
I can't sit him, man.
I mean, it depends on your options.
I'm not
Do I
sitting
start
him
D-Hop
either.
over him?
No. D-Hop's been just as bad.
Dude,
yeah, I think at that point.
Do I start Purdy against the Bengals or Joe Burrow against 49ers?
Yikers.
Yeah.
Maybe Burrow.
I think
still.
Burrow. Kirk just
Okay.
exploited the defense. And I have Burrow ranked 11, Purdy 14. And Purdy has a concussion, so might
That
not
doesn't
even
hurt.
play. All right. Moving on to one more question for game picks. Dalton Kincaid or George Kittle?
Kittle.
Kittle actually had like a solid game, and even if Purdy's out, that might bode well for Kittle, and Debo still might be out. So I'm rocking with Kittle right now. Kittle's on the up and up. He's on the up and up.
Dude, we're telling all these people all these different things, man. Kincaid's about to pop off tonight.
Kincaid could pop off. Don't get me wrong. Like Kincaid is still a solid option. I would go with your gut there if you're like, dude,
Kittle
I really think Kincaid's going to go off, but Kittle's the king of popping off.
If you sit Kittle and he pops one of his 30 games, dude, you're going to be so upset.
You're going to throw up.
100%. All right. Game picks, standings. Q still leads the way. He's not even here. Gets to just watch us pick the wrong picks while he probably picks the right ones at home. 67, Matt 65. I have 63. T-God's with a 60 bomb.
I got 4 games right last week, man.
Last week was rough, dude.
Last week was so weird.
Rough. Hopefully we can get it right this week. Actually, last week was really tough because I think there were 13 games, and I think 8 or 9 of them, the spread was within 3 points. So it's basically you're just picking all of them. Yep. And all the weird teams won, not the favorites. All right, Thursday Night Football, Bucks at the Bills. Who do we have winning this one?
Bills.
Wait. Everybody talk slow. Talk.
Bills.
Okay, I'm taking the Bills.
I'm picking the Bills. We'll get Q's picks later.
He's going to cheat.
His picks will be in the Picks League app. We'll just take those for this week. Falcons at the Titans.
This is the game I picked the tie on the preseason, John.
This could be a tie.
This could be a tie, dude.
No, I might. This could be a tie.
Dude, if it's a tie, bro, you win the whole thing.
Yeah, easily. Give me the
I'm going to just stick with a tie.
Pick a team.
Falcons.
Yeah.
I'll get cute. I'll take the Titans, I guess. They win these weird games, man.
I know.
What was I just saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, you weren't on. Matt said that to me early. He said this is going to be the game where I pick the Falcons and the Titans are going to somehow win this game.
Hope so.
That's weird. The end's going to go for 300.
He could, dude. So, yeah. 2 Falcons, 1 Titans there. Texans at the Panthers.
CJ Stroud, truther.
Yep.
I feel like this is a spot where the Panthers could get that first dub, but I'm still taking the Texans. I can't get that cute there.
Smart man.
Jaguars at the Steelers.
This game's ugly.
I'm taking the Steelers at home.
Dude, I was on Steel City early, and I've hopped off, and now they're showing me bro, get back on.
You should hop back on.
I don't know. The Jags, dude. The Jags have also been my toughest team. I keep picking them to lose, and they just keep winning every week, dude. I'm picking the Jags. I'm picking the Jags, and I hope they lose just because I don't even care. I just need them to do something different. Yeah, I'm taking the Jags. Matt, you took the Jags too?
Yes, sir.
All right, Rams at the Cowboys.
Give me the Rams.
Give me the Cowgirls.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys too. I don't love it.
Me either. Cooper Kupp and Puka better go off.
Yep.
Puka, Nakua. Vikings at the Packers.
Vikes.
I can't get off the cheeseheads, man. Give me the Packers.
Get off.
Can't get off.
Yeah.
That shit's rotten and stinky.
I know. They're gross, but I'm taking them. It was my upset
blue
pick
cheese
at Lambeau. Hopefully they get right.
You're on the blue cheese train.
Patriots at the Fins.
Dolphins.
I'm taking the Dolphins as well.
Easy Dolphins. Although the Patriots have been frisky. They've been friskier.
Yeah,
couldn't get frisky enough to beat the freaking Raiders, but they're frisky.
Yeah, they're 2-5, dude. They suck.
Yeah, well, they beat the Bills.
Bills suck sometimes.
They do kind of stink. Saints at the Colts.
Give me the Saints.
I'm taking the Colts here, brother.
I am taking New Orleans. They keep losing me games, but I'm taking them again. I can't get off.
Kamara going to Banana Land.
I like that.
Two.
Olave going to Banana Land. After
Oh, I need them both to go to Banana Land.
All right. So he got on Colts Island. Jets at the Giants.
Jets, Jets.
I as well taking the Jets.
Do I do it again?
Come on,
I did it last week.
Do it.
I did it last week and it worked out. I want to know if Tyrod's playing before I lock that in.
Too bad you can't.
Fuck it. Give me the G-Men in the Battle of New York. Saquon dropping 100 yards.
Oh,
nah.
Birds at the Commanders. Clean sweep for the
Go
Birds.
Go Birds.
Browns at the Seahawks.
Taking the Browns.
Give me the Seahawks, baby.
All right.
I'm taking the Seahawks as well.
Dude, I'm on islands this week, man.
Although I love PJ Walker and he's a winner, proven winner. He just wins games. That's all he does.
This is my get right week.
All I do is win.
Ravens at the Cardinals. Q would probably be on the Browns with you. Maybe.
I'm gonna pick the bird.
Which bird, bed?
The purple one.
Yeah, me too. Give me the Ravens.
Oh shit, I missed one. Even easily Ravens though. Come on.
Yeah. Easily. Clean sweep. Although, if Kyler's back, baby, you never know.
Please stop.
Bengals at the Niners.
I'm taking the Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals
Niners as well.
Angry.
Let's go.
Niners about to stop.
Niners. They're frauds. I hope it's Darnold. Just kidding. No, I don't need Purdy in fantasy. Bad. Don't want to start Sam Howell versus the Eagles. Chiefs at the Broncos.
Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs easy. Come on. No one in their right mind is picking the Broncos.
Nope.
Bears at the Chargers.
Chargers.
Bolt up.
Bolt up. Give me the Bolts. Not picking Tyson Badgett, man. If Fields was playing, I'd probably get cute, but he's not. So Tyson Badgett looks like a human cigarette.
Oh, dude.
Raiders at the Lions.
Lions.
That's the worst insult of all time. Lions.
Give me the Lions as well. All right. That is it for the picks. Full slate of NFL football ahead of us. No Q, but I will be your trivia host before we get out of here. Today we have another list. This list is 30 names.
Jesus.
So there are some names. Should be pretty quick. Maybe not pretty quick.
Yay.
Like 15 of them should be like, all right, you got these. And then like some of them are going to be like, who the hell are you even thinking of?
All right.
So all right, without further ado, let's just get into it. Let me put it in the chat as well, just so everyone sees it. Can you name all of the quarterbacks who have ran for 75 plus yards in a game since the year 2010? So 75 plus rushing yards by a quarterback in a single game since 2010. So in the last 13 years. I just put it in every chat.
Okay.
I always do that.
Can I go?
Sure, pal. Go for it.
I gotta go Lamar Jackson.
Yes, that is correct. One down.
Cam Newton.
Yes, that is also correct.
I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts.
Yep, that is also correct. That's 3 for 3. None missed thus far. And these guys obviously did it like 10 freaking times each. Yeah, Daniel Jones, correct as well. 4 for 4.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is correct as well. 5 for 5, baby.
I'm going to go with the insta-lock, Justin Fields.
Yes. I have him all the way down at number 30. Correct.
I'm going to go Sean's boyfriend, Kyler Murray.
Yes.
Oh.
Also correct. 6 for 6. None missed.
I'm taking our boy, Michael Vick.
Yes. Number 1 on this list. I basically just did it in time order, so. Yes, that's 7 for 7. No, 8 for 8. No, I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can't
5.
think of mobile quarterbacks anymore. My brain hurts.
Come on, there's plenty of them.
I'm scared.
Plenty of them.
I'm scared now.
Has Wentz ever done it?
No Carson Wentz. There's some ugly names on here, though, so don't be afraid to ask ugly names.
Oh, shit. I think I
All
know
right.
one.
Hear me out.
Hearing you out.
Terrell Pryor.
Yes, that is correct. I think he did it 3 times prior. A lock.
Hell yeah.
I am going to go Marcus Mariota.
Yes, I
Ooh,
think he only did
good
it
one.
like twice, but he did do it.
I'm all out of names.
There's
Me
plenty
too.
out there. Plenty out there. There's still some active starters as well.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Duh.
Has D-Watt done it?
Oh, I just wrote that name.
Deshaun Watson, I do not think he did do it. He is not on the list.
How?
He sucks.
I said dud. I'm going to go to my arch nemesis. Maybe he did it. Ryan Tannehill.
Tanny Bobanny, not on the list.
I didn't think so.
Let me double check Watson, but I'm 90% sure he didn't hit 75 in a single game, although he did get a lot pretty often. He had 50 in 2020. He had 46, 47. 70 in 2018,
rat, dude.
Shit.
but not 70, and 67 twice, but not 75. No Tanny
You
as
said there's
well.
still active ones?
Yes, there
Still
is
active quarterbacks?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, is it my turn? Is it my turn?
There are 3 active starters. No, 5 active starters that still have done it.
God. Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah,
Russ.
yeah. Russ is a lock. Young Russ used to run on them.
Yeah, he did. Shit.
One of them is current starter, but maybe not actual starter. If that gives you a hint.
Does Taysom Hill count?
Oh!
Taysom Hill does
Oh.
count as well. That is one.
Yes.
God, we were just talking about him. Giants Bowl.
Yep.
What the hell's his name?
TT?
Yeah. Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod. Okay.
Yes.
I hate these lists because they make my brain go numb.
Yeah, I know. They do. Yeah. All right. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We're almost halfway.
17. Jesus Christ.
Goodness me.
I don't even know. Kenny Pickett?
Kenny Pickett is a no-go, brother.
I didn't think so.
Still got some starters, current starters. Did you
Dak?
say? Dak? Yes, Dak has done it.
I was
Correct.
going to say Dak.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
I know. I'm a liar. How about Tua?
Tua, no. Sorry, bud.
I suck.
There are 2 more AFC quarterbacks that have done it.
Oh, shit.
Mahomes?
Mahomes has not done it.
Okay.
How about Anthony Richardson? Has he done it yet?
Oh, did he do it?
I do not think so. Let me double check. 'Cause
Yo.
he was not on the list, but let me double check to make sure. 56 he peaked at.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
God damn it, dude. What the hell?
Oh, wait. No. I don't think he's done it, but I'll say Jimmy G.
No, not Jimmy G. There are 2
I'm just
active
gonna keep
AFC.
all the- I know. I'm looking, man.
They're ugly,
How
man.
about
Well, one makes sense. The other one's wild.
Trevor Lawrence?
Nah, not T-Law.
Oh, my God. Who is it?
Come on, man. There's only so many QBs left in the AFC. Just start throwing them out there.
It wasn't Tanny. It was not Tanny.
Well, it's not Tanny.
I said Tanny.
I'm looking at both names right now.
Come on.
Derek Carr?
Stop. He's NFC.
Are they all AFC?
No, there's 2 current quarterbacks at AFC. There's still a lot of old ones if you want to start going back to older names.
Golly, man.
Bro, I have no clue.
Come on.
Name all of them?
Literally just name all of them. They're starters. Zach Wilson.
Wilson.
Yes, Zach Wilson. Correct.
Oh my God, that's gross.
4 carries for 91 yards in his rookie season.
Oh my God.
He's a menace.
He broke a long run.
Has Herbert ever done it?
Yes, he has. Justin Herbert. That's the other one.
Way
Thank God.
Jay
No
Herbo, baby. 75
He got the
yards.
wheels.
All right, I think we're halfway. There's still some quarterbacks that are like active backups, and then there's some older guys. So like
no more starters?
There were
Starting right now?
No, not starting right now. We got all of them.
Okay. Now we gotta think old.
Fuck.
Yeah. So like old, very good running quarterbacks. There's a couple from the NFC East. There's a couple current ones that are still out there that are backups. Some of them are going to be tough though. So there's some like obvious ones though too. So think back to like 2010 to like 2013. There's a couple big ones. Maybe like even 2010 to like 2015.
Is Alex Smith on there?
Alex Smith is on there.
Yo,
What a pull.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Good pull.
This is tough.
Yeah, we got
Very
3
tough.
minutes
I
till
don't like
7, and then I'll just run through the names.
Should we just start spewing
Yeah,
names?
spew.
Yeah, just keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Has Matt Ryan ever done it?
No, older than that. Older than that. Well, he played not older than that, but like career's already over before Matt Ryan's career was over.
Okay.
But they started after him too. Obviously, running quarterbacks
shit.
typically buzz out pretty quick too.
Andrew Luck?
Andrew Luck did not do it.
Oh my God.
But who was he drafted with? They went 1 and 2
They went 1 and 2
in the same draft. Andrew Luck and other Bull. And I think other Bull actually won Rookie of the Year.
Bro, who the fuck did Luck get drafted with?
He was in the Eagles division.
Why am I drawing a blank?
His career ended pretty quick. He's an analyst now.
Oh shit. Fucking RG3. Duh.
RG3. Of course he
so
ran for
stupid. So
75
stupid,
yards.
man.
I think he did it like 8 times that year or whatever. He was going crazy.
Did Mr. Butt Fumble do it?
Mark Sanchez, no, he did not. It's a good guess though.
Okay.
Drew Brees?
No, Drew Brees did not do it. Drew Brees, I don't know if that man ever ran for a yard.
I had Big Ben written down, but
Just think of like random quarterbacks come to your name. Literally like any Bulls. Anybody, dude.
T-God's already said Terrell Pryor, right?
Yeah.
Eli.
No. Like these are like bums, most of them. Not
Bums?
bums, but like backups. Not like starters. I mean, this dude was a starter for a period of time. This dude is currently a backup.
Gino's never done it back in the day?
Nah. This dude's
Ryan
currently a
Fitzpatrick?
backup. No, he didn't do it either.
Fitz isn't a bum, man. Come on.
Bro, what the fuck?
I'm like trash. I hate doing these.
I know. It breaks your brain after a while. All right. I will run through the list unless you have any last second guesses.
Nah, run through it.
Yeah, run it through.
All right. We have Tim Tebow.
Oh my God.
Oh my
it's like duh.
Colin Kaepernick.
Duh, what the fuck?
Bro.
Johnny Manziel. Mr. Money Manziel. Joe Webb for the Vikings way back in the day. He was like half wide receiver, half quarterback. A name I thought I would never hear again, Curtis Painter.
And
Absolutely
that?
absurd. I think he was like a Vikings quarterback, just any bowl. I'm pretty sure he was on the Vikings. I'm not even positive about that. Blaine Gabbert did it at one point in time. Mitch Trubisky did it. Good old Mitch. Kevin Hogan. These are some any names coming out. Blake Bortles, though, he did it.
Dude, I was going to guess Blake Bortles, bro, and I was like, he didn't run.
Trey Lance did it in his quick, brief stint with the Niners. Taylor Heineke and Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, man.
How didn't I say Sam Darnold?
He had that long run. That one game, I'm pretty sure, is when it happened.
Dude, Curtis Painter is disgusting.
Oh, absolutely absurd. Trey Lance had 16 carries for 89 yards in week 5, and then didn't play again for like that whole season his rookie year.
That shit was tough.
But yeah, most of those were any. Heineke, also just kind of a wild card. But you guys got all the easy ones, all the important ones. So good stuff there. One more question before we get out of here. Pick one: Mike Evans, DeAndre Hopkins, or Michael Thomas. Give me Mike Evans all day. Please start Mike Evans. That's it for the Week 8 preview. We'll be back next week with our Week 8 recap and our Week 9 preview. Again, if you are interested in using Fanatics, go to the link in our bio. Take advantage of their current sale going on using code TREAT, TREAT. We are also part of Old City Sports Network, who has a ton of good podcasts, ton of sponsors with discounts available, including SeatGeek, local breweries, Beard Oil, and more. And as always, make sure to follow the Super Fantasy Bros on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We are everywhere. Just search Super Fantasy Bros. You will find us. See you guys next week, and good luck in Week